Hello. Hello. I'm back. More Morrowind here. Had a lovely week. Funnily enough, I just took a shot of vodka, which I normally I don't drink that much, but I was cleaning my cupboard and I saw that there was just about one shot left in this bottle of vodka I've had for ages. So yeah, we're playing some drunk Morrowind. And I was just off stream. I was gonna go back and just redo all the little quests for the parts of the main quest that I did off stream. I think all I'd done, I just convinced the Urshilaku camp to name me Nerevar, and then the Reterans to name me Horster. Oh, and what's his face? The playwright, the author of the Lusty Argonian Maid. He also supported me. Curio, Crassius Curio. But I still gonna have to do all that again. But I was just looking around up here, and I stumbled upon this place, which looks kind of interesting. It's like some Shrine of Malacath. Like it's like one of the Dwemer, or the Dunmer strongholds, but it's like a little bit of a different style. So I don't know. Thought it would be interesting to check out. So yeah, nah, your shield, your mage shit doesn't matter. Eat up your armor, feed the fan. Oh yeah, coming at you, jet streams.
I will kill you quickly. Your bones will be my dinner.
Good job. I was just really enjoying the ambiance of, because I was honestly I was flying around because I was like, oh, I've already done this, whatever. And it was just kind of fun to fly around. I even took another little search for that stupid egg mine in Sheogorath. I couldn't find it. That's like one of my biggest mysteries right now. I'm so curious where that egg mine is. Also, wow, it's kind of cool. The bloody curse. I feel like it's not necessarily that good because you're just damaging their stats by 1 point each, but still, it does quite a bit. He hit me with it, I think. Yeah, look, all my stats are fucked up. Just one moment, actually. I'm gonna be right back. But one thing I'm thinking about too is that since I've started streaming, I tend to yap. It's very different of how I used to. It's like a different way to experience a game, I feel like, than just playing silently by yourself. I mean, I'd sometimes talk aloud, but really not that much. So I was just floating around. I was just thinking like, oh, it is kind of nice just to play a game quietly too, and like just take in its atmosphere without talking. So I'm thinking maybe sometimes I'll do that. Like I like talking, and I think that's been really fun. And also, it's been interesting to like. I can feel in some ways it lets me engage with the game in a deeper way by talking about it on stream. Something I kind of wanted to do. Um, but I think it also can be fun just sometimes just to, I don't know, get lost in the moment of the experience. I'm looking at the orc's tattoo. It's a very interesting tattoo. A whirling spiral that kind of converges into this squished nose bridge. But hey, look at that. Yeah, Nerevarine. Word has gotten around about you with the prophecies. Most people think it's just harmless superstition. Yup. You know, he's chill though. I just murdered all your friends. But you know what? Well, can I talk to Malakath? That's the question. Hello. No, I can admire your texture though. Okay, let's check out the propellant chamber. Valen Varian, I think it's called. Yeah, I just thought this place looked interesting. I realized I hadn't done it before.
How fare thee, friend?
Farewell, Abel. Judite? Judite? Yo, she's the conjuration trainer. Now I find the conjuration trainer instantly. Oh my god. I swear I was looking all over. Master alchemy trainer? I should maybe train up alchemy. I don't have that much money, but secret master. Does that mean it's the best secret master alchemy gear? Whoa, listen to that music. I think it's a little louder than usual, but I kind of like it. Whoa. I feel like I don't recognize this track. I'm just gonna write her location down. Master Alchemist. In Northern Stronghold by Ursulacher Camp. Damn, that's some cool music. Just reminds me a little bit of this music I've been really into lately. It's this album called Tranquilizer by an artist called, I don't know how to say his name, Oniotrix Point Never, like one Tricks Point Never. It's just a really cool piece of album. Very moody. Grandmaster stuff. What do I have right now? I just have Master, so this is far better. Wow. Very cool. Where's the secret master stuff, though? Like that sounds...
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
Do I train up alchemy? Yeah, I think I should. I feel like I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this since I'm kind of late in the game, but and I'm already strong. But like, if I ever wanted to break the game, I think alchemy might be a step in doing that. So it could be cool to have really high alchemy skill here. Whoa. Oh no, I'm gonna starve. I really need more food. I feel like since I haven't been exploring as many places, I just haven't been finding Scuttle as much. Where'd you come from? First, now that I have no stamina, come at me. Just turn it down just a little bit. This is just pretty loud right now. Yeah, I did have the music way up there. It is cool though to have it kind of louder. The rock hut.
No surrender. No mercy.
Oh. Lurak? Here he is. Here's Lurak. This is his hut. Yeah, no shot, buddy. No shot. Lurag is Lurgan. That rhymed a lot better in my head. Spoon. Hello, Spoon. I feel the power to talk to spoons. Big Head showed me the way. What truth do you have to share, Spoon? Can you equip spoons? Because you could equip the spoon that, Shagora gave you. Where is the spoon? Spare is the wound. That's a spoonerism. Something I learned today. Apparently, like when you flub a word and say like, oh, what's an example? Like basically when you just like totally flub a word and you say you mix the parts of the words up. Where'd the spoon go? Oh, there it is. I don't think you can flip it. No. Anything else? Scuttle, yes. Thank God, I'm starving here. We're running low. Lamb bug. Oh, nope.
Weakling.
You look chill for a moment there. Oh, it's like... Oh, I leveled up. uh... Do I have to put into personality? But I could put more points into personality and get better stats. Might just do that. Oh, I have to distribute all points though. What if now that I only have 2 stats I can level up, will I only have 2 points to distribute? Okay, what happens now? Oh yeah, I only have 2 points, I see. Damn, I'm getting pretty strong. My stats are crazy. Yeah. Where are they coming from? Get out of here. Gosh, no.
Weakling!
I feel bad. It just sort of felt like the orcs' home. I'm just killing all of them.
You will die.
Umug. Umug the Terrible. I guess that was them. Can you eat these things? Yeah, I mean, raw. I feel like they won't be that good. Yeah, like there's not even good loot in here. I just feel like I'm murdering them.
You die.
I guess the one thing with this weapon, the Daedric Crescent, is that it seems like it doesn't have a whole lot of
Now,
charge, and the enchantments of the paralysis effect gets used up quickly. Which, I mean, that kind of makes sense considering how broken that ability is. Not disappointed, really. I trade all the gold in the world for infinite scuttle. I mean, I can eat other food. That is true. I feel like other food you have to cook, which takes time. Which I guess the point is like, oh, you could enjoy the atmosphere. I don't know, that's what my friend was saying when he was saying why he liked this mod. It's like, oh, there's a chance to soak in the atmosphere of the game. I suppose that's true. And I think there is more. There's a pretty robust cooking system, and there's teas and all these that have a lot of different effects. I just don't know if like the game is mechanically deep enough to really, I mean, combat-wise, I mean, to really make it feel that exciting to like give yourself these different boosts and stuff. I mean, maybe if I turn up the difficulty, I suppose. I guess I admittedly haven't tried it. Okay, so I've already spoken to her, so I'm just gonna blaze through a little bit. Okay. And let's go talk to Sul Matul. Is that his name? Sul Matul. Yeah, okay, epic. Right. Seeing all these tips, what I gotta do. Even says that oh, never mind. Someone told me that, oh, since I killed one of the counselors in House Veteran, I wouldn't. She literally said, the wise woman, I think she said, you will never beat the Nerevar. Which is kind of a intimidating thing to hear, but it was fine. I mean, I'm the arch master of the house, so. Okay. Need, duty. Yay, okay, Teeth of the Urshilaku. So they have called me the Nervary, and they will fall. I am now their war leader. They'll follow me to.
How wonderful. Welcome, Albert.
Just look at the spinning blade. That's the true sign of the Nervar. Oh, this is so epic. All I want now is some aura. That'd be so cool. Like if I could get the aura that some of those like Dagothar's servants have. I don't remember what they're called, but like the guy in the tunnel up here. Blue Kogaru, he was so cool. I guess I can cast some like spells to maybe give me an aura temporarily. Okie dokie, so let's go to Aldrune then. I'm gonna recall. I'm probably also gonna do some Elm Seed Restoration here since my stats are a little chunked. What, they're chopped? Chopped as the kids say, right? That's worth a lot of money, $32,000. Okay, I want to sell some stuff to. I want things worth like $9,000, kind of something. Because I have a lot of physical assets. In just random junk, I think. Oh yeah, I've got all these jig blades. Perfect. That's probably enough. For now. Yeah. I also, before I end, I would like to find all the 36 sermons of VIVEC. If it gets to the point where it's like, I don't know, we'll see. But if it gets to the point where I haven't found them yet, I'm like about to end the game. Or maybe after I end the game, I'm sure because you can probably keep playing. But I may look up the locations of the ones that I haven't found. We'll see. Just because that's something like I actively want to find. But I just don't know if I want to go searching like every single cave for them, you know.
There is someone watching
But
me.
hopefully in my
I can
travels
tell.
I'll stumble upon them. So I was kind of hoping maybe, you know, if I had a more chance to do
Where would
Soul
you
Slime,
like
I
to
could have
go?
found them too. Okay, save frequently, because last time it crashed, so I gotta be saving all the time. Finger locked on the head. Did I use my stronghold on its next step? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think it's in my quest log anymore. Cool. Ethan Sarethi, I love this guy.
You'll bring me good fortune.
He's got such cool lore.
How may I be of service?
There we are. Yeah, the power of some of the Telvanni drives them mad. So okay, maybe Arian, Master Arian, will help me out with the Telvanni. He seemed cool. I'm glad maybe I'll get a chance to interact with them. I feel like Neloth won't. And the public notice, that was basically just announcing publicly that I'm an Imperial spy, right? Yeah. It's true. Very true. And kind of odd. Like, the Imperial spy is the Nerevar, yes. But if Tiber Septim knew that I was the Nerevar, or if he had the idea that the prophecy was true, then that's the exact reason he made me an Imperial spy.
Where would you like to go?
Let's go to
Where would
Balmor.
you like to go?
Let's go to VIVEC. Gonna say it again?
Why walk when you can ride?
Well, that's a good one too. Why walk when you can ride? I'll walk. We're walking. Walking and talking. Oh! Now we're slipping through the cracks of reality. Vivek, I feel like that's the place where I slip through the cracks of reality the most. And Moligmar, but that's kind of the similar shaped building. So it seems to be these cantons that...
3 blessings to you, Brett.
I mean, if the cantons are the body of Vivek, maybe that makes them somewhat unstable, you know?
A warm welcome.
I didn't get restoration. That's okay. I'll get restoration later. Not a big deal. This is the law of Canada. Yeah. Crassus Curio. Yeah, I have to give him a kiss. I wonder what if I say no? Will he just like... Oh my god.
May I help you, Outlander?
Please join me.
No, I'll give him a kiss. He's a good author. You know, writes some very important
I'm
books.
all yours. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Orvis Dren, and he works for the 6th house apparently. If I stall for time. Please take your time, little flower. Oh my god. Dram Barrow. If you can find him. He lives in Vivek, apparently. So these are the other Lalu counselors I have to convince. Orvis Strand, yeah, the head of the Kimono Tang. Oh, wow. I don't think he's ever gonna vote for me. So these two, yeah, they live outside of Vivek. She lives near Suran. I'm sure I've been to those places. Yeah, Dram Barrow. I don't know where he is.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Ah, well, there we go. The St. Olms Canton. Epic. And also, I think that Tholer Sterioni of Serioni's Sermons also wanted to speak with me. Who was previously my boss in the temple. It's kind of funny that, like, oh, now I became his boss. Well, I guess he retired. But I became the Archmaster of the temple only to immediately come out as the Nerevarine. And so he probably is like, we just let the Nerevarine become head of the temple. Which I kind of wish there's more maybe there are going to be more interactions with that, considering, like, let's see, this is where the game crashed last time, so we're fully caught up. Howdy, Bradish. Welcome, how's it going? Ah, yes. The Ministry of Truth. Oh! I can't seem to stop. I can't stop falling through the cracks in reality here. 3 times. In one travel session through Vivec.
You flatter me.
Oh yeah, I'd be flattering all the time. Okay, let's talk to Serioni. Hey, buddy.
May you find me worthy.
I assume you're back in your job. He was just gonna retire, write some more sermons, and then, oh, I gotta come back, because... Oh, interesting. Thank you for coming, Lucian. You know the temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. Perhaps it's his time to change that doctrine. Interesting. So he's open to changing his mind. I guess he knows me well, so in this sense he's like, I don't know, he maybe doesn't think I'm a terrible person. But aren't I technically like a threat to your whole religion? Oh, yeah, he doesn't trust me, won't give me duties anymore. Yeah, I think he is back. Interesting. You're the one they call the Nerevarine. You are a heretic, and all who support you are heretics. You may think Imperial law protects heretics, and you may be right, but some of the Temple's faithful care little for Imperial law. The Temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with Imperial intelligence makes your motivations and integrity suspect. We have reached a crisis with Dagothar. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House. You and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation. Oh, at last! Yes, okay, we can talk to Vivek. I've been waiting so long to do this. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. From Lord Vivek himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Yes, of course, please. Good. Here are 2 keys, one to the private back entrance to my quarters, the other to a locked entrance to this palace. I regret that at present the Ordinators are not completely under my control. So for now, I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivek is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting. Oh, is he going to talk to me in riddles? I want him to just deliver the 36th sermon, like, from his own mouth. Or even the 37th. It wasn't, 36. There's like a reason that 36 was a number. I forgot what my theory was on that, but there was something. Yeah. Okay, so I got the keys. Some private quarters back here. Okay. Wow, it's kind of a big space, or it just leads to the Hall of Justice? Hello? I've been here before.
We are blessed, truly blessed. This is an honor.
It's still a little loud. Why are these your secret back rooms, man? I would not call these back rooms. Yeah, oh, I'm so excited. I could have broken into this place like a long time ago. I just decided not to because I kind of wanted to, I don't know, it to be a moment. I wanted to have a reason to go see Vivek, and finally, that moment's arrived. It's very exciting. The magical hermaphrodite. The sex death of language. We're gonna meet him. Him, her. Because I think Vivek is so far, by far, the most interesting character in the game. We got these nice candles. I believe these candles are mod, but they look really cool. They do lag the game a bit. Okay, here we go. Whoa, there he is. He's floating. I knew that was him.
I am Vivek, and I can answer all your questions.
Oh. Okay, let me save the game here. Wow, he looks so cool. Yeah, he is like a two in one. He's just flexing his flotation powers. Tell me, where do you keep your 36th sermon? Okay, interesting. Oh, this is too interesting. Okay. Let's talk to him. Ooh, new music too.
It is lonely to be a god.
I expected you. We have business, you and I. When I was young, like you, I was very impatient. So I will keep our business short. Then later there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove my curse upon the Downriver, end the persecution of the distant priests, and proclaim to all Morrowind that Lucian is the incarnate and Nerevri, the prophesied savior of Morrowind, with the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagoth in the sixth house. These things I will do whether you wish or not. No, keep our business long. I'm extraordinarily patient. I want to talk to you forever. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? Wraithguard. So, okay. So Vivek is surrendering to me the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of also interested maybe in like just going to talk to Dagoth and seeing what he has to say. Maybe before I make a deal with Vivek. Dude, his eyes are so interesting. They're very symmetrically piercing. So you receive the responsibility as an oath. Well, he says I can keep it or break it as I like. Well, I'm gonna say maybe, though. Oh, well. Take your maybe as a no. Sure. In my library, I have made available two conflicting accounts of the events of Red Mountain. My own true account and another false account common among the Ashlanders and preserved in the Apocrypha. I don't care whether you believe my account or not. I leave it up to you to judge which is true. Okay, I'm going to read that before I make my choice. So I feel like I kind of know the two tales, but maybe Vivek's is different. So I think this is Vivek's plan. So for the past 20 years, the Tribunal have tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to stage an assault and simultaneously maintain the ghost fence to prevent the threatened large-scale breakout of Dagathur's blighted hosts. With the Nerevarine leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies to maintaining the ghost fence, this plan has a greater chance of success. Ultimately, however, the loss of the artifacts Sunder and Keening, the tools of Kagranact, and the recent increase in Dagathur's strength pose new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan is the following 5 phases. A series of aggressive raids to scout inside the ghost fence. A series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagathur's ash vampire kin and recover artifacts from the bodies of his kin. An assault of Gate Citadel Veminal to neutralize Dagoth Vemin and recover the artifact hammer Sunder. That's the Dwemer Lord's old hammer. I don't know where this is. These are probably placed in the Red Mountain. An assault of Gate Citadel Odrosel to neutralize Dagoth Odros and recover the artifact blade Keening. An assault of Citadel Dagoth with the artifacts Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening. So wait, Wraithguard must be one of Kagranak's tools as well. To sever Dagoth's connection to the Heart of Orcan and thus destroy it. Interesting. So phase 1. So I'm assuming this was the attack on the Red Mountain. Or is this his current plan? Probably not. The Tribunal Ordinators and Point Armigers are familiar with the terrain and will provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the Ghost Fence is dangerous and the Nerevarine will need to be familiar with its particular challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagathur's defenses, the Nerevarine will know better how to pace a campaign, alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Okay. Raids upon these citadels. Dagathur's kin have become markedly more powerful in recent decades after remaining stable for thousands of years. If they can be individually isolated and destroyed, they will not be able to support Dagathur in later stages of the war. It may also be that the dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagathur. Salvage of such items might contribute to resources. Essential to recover the artifact hammer Sunder for phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagoth Vemin has possession of Sunder and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to the notebooks and journals of Kagranak that have survived at the Dwemer workshops. Okay, same thing. All the previous stages are preparations for this stage. Recent expeditions show that Citadel Dagoth has undergone extensive expansion. The location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the Heart Chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagathur will have anticipated our plan to destroy him by attacking the Heart, and he will almost certainly personally oppose the approach to the Heart Chamber. Together, the Tribunal could not defeat him. He has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the Tribunal had the distraction of maintaining the Ghost Fence simultaneously with fighting Dagathur, but even so, the challenge seemed daunting. The adoption of this phased campaign seemed to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the Citadel's decision to directly assault Citadel Dagoth rather than proceed step by step through lesser objectives must have seemed to have been a serious error. The Tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given that they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the Ghost Fence and our outer defenses of the Red Mountain. The Nerevarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful step-by-step advance with the additional advantages of building confidence along the way once success. Never mind, I want to take out there's assurance instead of this. Okay. Here, interesting. How do the tools get used? So the source of his power is the Heart of Lorkhan. Yep, the heart is also the source of the Tribunal's powers, right? During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. Yeah, how did that happen? How did that, like, work? Why Red Mountain? The Dwemer discovered the heart while building underground colonies. High Craft Lord Kagrenac created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. War of the First Council. Was that among the Dwemer? Like a civil war? No. That was probably the original War of the Red Mountain, I'm assuming. Yeah, I think so. Because, yeah, Kagrenac's use of the tools and the disappearance of the Dwemer race marked the end of the war. Right. So this might be talking about now, then. Because it's saying, like, in the past 20 years, Dagothr has been getting stronger. Would be my guess. Kagrenac's tools were recovered by Lord Nerevar and Dagothr. Dagothr was left to guard the tools, while Nerevar came to consult with us, his advisors. In Nerevar's absence, Dagothr experimented with the tools upon the heart and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged or refused to turn over the tools. When he attacked us, we drove him away. We left Red Mountain with the tools, and subsequently Sotha Sil, the wizard, the clockmaker, discovered their secrets. Interesting. Collectively, we use the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus we became the Tribunal. Yeah. Dagothr had survived our attacks. Without the tools in a manner not well understood, Dagothr also managed to establish a connection with the heart to transform himself into an immortal being. Our plan to destroy Dagothr also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Kagrenac's enchantments upon the heart, severing connections with Dagothr and ourselves, rendering us all once again mortal. A mortal Dagothr may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are judged as necessary risk and sacrifice. Well, that's awfully cool that they're just willing to sacrifice themselves. The normal procedure for establishing a connection with the heart is a three-step process. The wearer of Wraithguard, so Wraithguard is a piece of armor, strikes the heart with the hammer's sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of Wraithguard strikes the heart with the blade keening, shattering the pure tone into a prism of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of Wraithguard, giving it an immortal and divine nature. I want to just, like, I want to do this. I wonder if you can do this and become a god. That'd be interesting. The Nerevarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform this third step. Nah, I want to perform the third step. What are the secret rituals? So instead, the Nerevarine will strike the heart with keening for a second time, causing its tones to diverge into unstable patterns of interference. Further repeated strikes with keening will further disrupt the tones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Kagrenac's original enchantments binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagothr. Oh, this is so cool. So creative. Any surviving heart whites. What does that mean? Heart white. With the Tribunal, is that like other people who maybe have like maybe some of Dagothr's servants who have like some of the divine power? Just a little bit. Destroying Kagrenac's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupt diffusion of the heart's divine power and end the blight upon Morrowind. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagothr and Sotha Sil alone know this secret. Ooh, so I could ask Dagothr, maybe. Or Sotha Sil, I don't know where he is, but... I could find him. He needs Clockwork City, I suppose. He's the prime mover on his event synthesizer. What's he doing? Like, it's the machine that predicts the turns of the age. So Dagothir made an extremity for us to teach the Nerevarine to use Kagranex's tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is a fool enough to trust Dagothir and are content to take this risk. Interesting. Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Keening or Sunder unless wearing Wraithguard. I feel like I do want Wraithguard then, because no matter what I want to do, this seems important. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts unless protected by Wraithguard. Persistence will be rewarded with death. The Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Wraithguard. Receive no injury, the item is a counterfeit. One last note, Dagothir must not get hold of Wraithguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or Almsleeve intervention if there is any risk of death or capture. Interesting. Because then he'd have all 3 artifacts again. They're just giving me that. That's a lot of trust. The element of surprise. Dagothir will not expect you to destroy Kagranex's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible. He would not do it himself, and he knows we have never tried it. He will not believe anyone would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Further advancement in House Dagoth, as in all great houses, is by challenge and confrontation with the hierarchy. The Nerevarines challenges and defeats of the Ash Vampires in battles of the 6th house will be viewed in that light. Dagothir and his kin may assume that the Nerevarines' ambition is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Dagothir's subordinates in turn, working up to himself. If the Nerevarine can defeat and control the heart, so much the better. But logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with the head of the house. Dagothir should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Dagoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him and then betray him. However, any attempt to deceive him would be very risky. House Dagoth has a tradition of subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, you'll expect deception. Interesting. There's so many ways it seems like this could go. So I could just go in fighting, say I'm his enemy the whole time. Maybe I could kill him. I don't know, I could like force him to teach me how to become a god, or I could destroy it, which would destroy everyone. I assume it would destroy the tribunal. Well, not destroy, but turn them mortal. Or you could join Dagothir and either betray him or not. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I know all of this, mostly, not everything, like the exact nature of like how you interact with the Heart of Lorkhan is new. But I feel like the general stuff I do know. Yeah, it is a lot of words. No, it's great though. I don't mind reading. I like it. It's interesting. Yeah, we place no compulsion upon the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. We believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Dagothir. We've also chosen to place our trust in the Nerevarine judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. This is I kind of thought VIVEC would be a lot more against this. Like, does he not want power? Or maybe this is the deception. This could also be a lie, since VIVEC is writing this. But VIVEC did say that he must be removed to become the ruling king or something. Their doubts or questions, speak with VIVEC. He has agreed to serve as the Nerevarines' guide and counselor for the campaign. It may be if that the Nerevarine succeeds, the tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed to the tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and people of Morrowind. Interesting. On behalf of Lady Almalexia and Lord Silva, VIVEC. Very clear for his writing, though. I expected more riddles. So this is the alternate version of it. This is like the Ashlander perspective of what happened at the Red Mountain, where VIVEC killed the original Nerevarine. Is my understanding of that. So the transcript of the words of VIVEC addressed to Morrowind, a distant priest, who confronted VIVEC with the Ashliner traditions surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the prophecy, and with the prophecy narrating. Okay. Okay, so this is VIVEC talking. Yeah. Who can clearly recall the events of the distant past? But you have asked me to tell you in my own words the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the Tribunal, the prophecies that of Nerevar are born. Here's what I can tell you. When the Chimer first abandoned the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors, when did the Chimer become Dwemer? Become Dunmer. Excuse me, that's what I'm confused about a little bit. Like, I understand when the the original elves turned into Chimer after Boethia ate Trinimac, but when did they become Dunmer? So when they built the first great houses, we loved the Daedra and worshipped them as gods. But our brethren the Dwemer, scorned the Daedra and mocked our foolish rituals, and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic, yeah. So the Chimer and Dwemer always at a bitter war until the Nords came and invaded Resdain. Right, Resdain, that was like the name of the old Morrowind Empire, basically. The original home of the Dunmer. Only then did the Chimer and Dwemer put away their strife and join together to cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Nerevar of the Chimer and General Dumak, General Dumak, he's the guy who used Thunder, the hammer. Who had come to love and respect one another. Interesting. But they go to war later? I guess this is maybe just a different perspective. But it's still VIVEC talking. So okay, they resolved to make peace between their peoples. In that time, I was but a junior counselor to Nerevar. But there's also multiple Nerevars, I think, because Nerevar is just the name of the joint war leader, kind of like in real life the tribes in where Mongolia is now would at different points kind of all unite. They'd have one great Khan who would lead them to war, and then they would kind of disband again. Until, I guess, the Mongol Empire, which is a whole other thing. But that's kind of how I'm thinking of the Nerevar as. So in that time, VIVEC was but a junior counselor to Nerevar, and Nerevar's queen, Almalexia, and his other favorite counselor, Sothasil, always doubted that such a peace might long survive. Interesting. So this Nerevar at least, was married to Almalexia. Huh. But yeah, okay. So given that bitter disputes exist between Chimer and Dwemer, but by negotiation and compromise, Nerevar and Dumak somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. Interesting. But when Dagoth Lord of House Dagoth, entrusted as a friend by both Nerevar and the Dwemer, brought us proof that the High Engineer Kagranek of the Dwemer discovered the heart of Lorkhan, and that he had learned how to tap its powers and was building a new god, a mockery of Chimer faith and a fearsome weapon. We all urged Nerevar to make war on the dwarves to destroy this threat to Chimer beliefs and security. Nerevar was troubled. He went to Dumak and asked if what Dagoth said was true. But Kagranek took great offense and asked who Nerevar thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the dwelling. He was further troubled and made pilgrimage to Holamayan, the sacred temple of Azura, which is where the distant priests are now. And she confirmed that all that said was indeed true. Yeah, Azura doesn't like the Dwemer, because they humiliated her. They tricked her by a sleight of hand trick. They had a box with something in it, and they asked her to see through the box, and she did. But then through sleight of hand, one of the dwarf engineers took the item out of the box and opened it, and there's nothing there, and basically just humiliating Azura and showing that gods are kind of not all powerful, and that through a trick they can be outsmarted. Which that's what the dwarves are so interesting in that they seek to just scientifically break down the limits of gods and surpass them. Which is pretty badass, but I can understand how that would end up with them disappearing. Like, dangerous thing to mess with the gods. Unless they actually did ascend. Like, we don't know that. They could have just, maybe they're all up there in some, hidden behind math and color, having fun. So Azur confirmed, yeah, that all that Ur said was indeed true, and the creation of a new god of the Dwemer should be prevented at all costs, right? When Nerevar came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgment confirmed and began a council of the war. Yeah, okay. Then Nerevar went back to Vardenfell, hoping that the Nusians compromised once good for peace. But this time, the Nerevar and Dumak quarreled bitterly, and they went to war. Okay. The Dwemer were well defended, but Nerevar's cunning drew most of his armies out of the field and pinned them there. Well, Nerevar and a small group of companions made their way to the Heart Chamber. Okay. Yeah, I've read this version of the story too, where Nerevar and Dumak wound each other previously, I think. So then with Dumak fallen and threatened by Dagothr and others, Kagrenak turned his tools upon the heart. And I think he did it, like now Kagrenak, he's using the tools, but it wasn't ready, so he's using them out of desperation. So maybe that was why it went wrong. Maybe they could have succeeded if the dwarves had more time. But because they lived this war, they were pressured to just, oh, I'm gonna try it early. This might not work, but fuck it, So, and Nerevar, he turned his tools upon the heart. Nerevar said he saw Kagrenak and all his Dwemer companions at once disappear from the world. In that instant, Dwemer everywhere disappeared without a trace. But Kagrenak's tools remained, and Ur seized them and carried them to Nerevar, saying, "That fool Kagrenak has destroyed his own people with these things. We should destroy them right away, lest they fall into the wrong hands." He was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come, and whose counsel he would not ignore again. "I will ask the tribunal what we shall do with them, for they have had the wisdom in the past that I had not. Stay here, loyal Ur, until they return." Right. So then Dagothr is going to get tempted. If Nerevar was carried to us, yeah, because he's wounded. We waited in the slopes of Red Mountain, and he told us all that had transpired under Red Mountain. Nerevar had said was that the Dwemer used special tools. Turn their people to immortals. Yeah, okay. Only later had they heard that. Why did the Nerevar not just tell them that the dwarves disappeared? He told the tribunal that they'd become immortal. Interesting. Maybe because the Nerevar wanted them to keep the tools? So after hearing Nerevar, we gave our counsel as he requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare of the Chimer people. But isn't that exactly like you just went to war over these tools? Saying that they were like against your culture. But maybe now that you have the power, it's like we gotta use it, We should be the ones with the powerful tools. Yeah, and who knows, perhaps the Dwemer are not gone forever, but merely transported to some distant realm from which they may someday return to threaten our security once again. Therefore, we need to keep these tools and study them and their principles, yes, we can be safe in future generations. Same thing as like, oh, we gotta build more nukes, just because, like they might be building more nukes, so we have to. That's like a logical thing to do, but it's kind of really unfortunate. And though Nerevar voiced his grave misgivings, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition, that we all together should swear a solemn oath upon Azura that the tools would never be used in the profane manner that the Dwemer had intended. We all readily agreed to swear solemn oaths. Right, okay. So then we went with Nerevar back into Red Mountain and met with Ur. Ur had refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. He seemed to be irrational, insisting that only he could be trusted with the tools, and then we guessed that he had some of it affected by his handling of them. But I feel sure that he had privately learned the powers of the tools and in some confused way decided we must have them himself. Okay, so Dagather escaped, they gained the tools and delivered the stuff still. Some years we kept the oaths we swore to Azura with Nerevar, but during that time in secret, so the Sill must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries. And at last he came to us with a vision of a new world of peace, justice, and honor for nobles, and health and prosperity for the comrades, with the tribunal as immortal patrons and guides. And dedicating ourselves to this vision of a better world, we made a pilgrimage to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the power of the tools. I want to describe that transformation. What was it like? And no sooner than we had completed our rituals and began to discover our newfound powers, the Daedra Lord Azura appeared and cursed us for our forsworn. Oh, so interesting. I didn't know this. This is new. By her powers of prophecy, she assured us that her champion, Nerevar, true to his oath. Right. Because the Nerevar never used the tools. He held to his oath. He returned to punish us for our perfidy. I think that means treachery. Or like dishonestness or something. And to make sure such profane knowledge would never again be used to mock and fight with gods. Okay. But so the Sill said to her, the old gods are cruel and arbitrary, and distant from the hopes and fears of Mer. Your age is past. We are the new gods, born of the flesh, and wise and caring of the needs of our people. Spare us your threats and chiding and constant spirit. We are bold and fresh and will not fear you. Damn. It's kind of badass. And also, like, you know, sort of true. Like, the world doesn't seem that great. The old gods aren't really, I don't know, like, they might not be making the best of things. And then in that moment, oh, here we go. The answer to my question. That's very cool. Wow. So, okay, that's so interesting. This is why the Dunmer have dark skin, because they were cursed by the gods for turning away and like putting their faith in like their own gods. So they basically did what the dwarves were trying to do. So, oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, all Chimera changes Dunmer. Our skins turn ashen and our eyes to fire. Yeah, yeah, they found out quick. Yeah, I mean, if that's it, I feel like they look pretty cool. I don't know, but I guess they become dark elves. That's why they live in darkness. They're turned away from the gods. That completely recontextualizes Elder Scrolls lore for me. Just like the Dunmer in general, you know. Of course, we only knew at that time that this had happened to us, but Azura said, this is not my act, but your act. You've chosen your fate, and the fate of your people, and all the Dunmer shall share your fate from now to the end of time. You think yourself gods, but you are blind, and all is darkness. And Azura left us alone in darkness, and we were all afraid, but we put on brave faces and went forth from Red Mountain to build the new world of our dreams. Dang. Yeah, that would be kind of scary. And the new world we shape was glorious and generous, and the worship of the Dunmer fervent and grateful. The Dunmer were at first afraid of their new faces, but Sotha still spoke to them, saying that it was not a curse but a blessing, a sign of their changed natures, and a sign of the special favor they might enjoy as new Mer, no longer barbarians trembling before ghosts and spirits, but civilized Mer, speaking directly to their immortal friends and patrons, the three faces of Tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sotha Sil. It seems like Sotha Sil really did a lot here. I kind of thought of VIVEC as sort of the core pillar of the tribunal, but Sotha Sil was the one who figured out how to use the tools, was the one who talked back to Azura, and the one who seemed to inspire the people. Just quite, I want to beat him. He's a very mysterious character. So another time they crafted the customs and institutions of a just and honorable society in the land of Resdain, new millennia of peace, equity, and prosperity unknown to other established races. But beneath Red Mountain, had survived, and even as the light of our bold new world is shining more brightly beneath Red Mountain, yep, the darkness gathers, the darkness is close akin to the bright light, still coaxed from the heart of Lorkhan's tools for Kagnak. And that kind of goes well into that, the aspect that, like, there's kind of a hidden dark side to the Tribunal religion that the books mention a lot. And I think there is a hidden dark side to the tribunal themselves, like Sophisil, Almalexia, and Vivec, but also you could say the hidden dark side is, even though they got these godly powers and have been using them to create this great civilization, so did the devil. They got their, like, they're the, I don't know, yeah. So that's another parallel there. As the darkness grew, we fought it and crafted walls to confine it, but we never could destroy it. For the source of its darkness was the same source of our own divine inspiration. Yeah, exactly. Crazy. That's such a cool religious story. Very interesting. In these latter days of Morrowind, no longer the days of Rosdania. Yeah. Because I think Morrowind is the name that the West, like, that's what the Imperials call it, I think. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Reduced to a subjugated province of the Western Empire as the glory of the temple fades and the dark tide rises from the red mountain, we are reminded of Azura and promised champions return. We have waited, blind and in darkness, mere shadows, drained of our ardent vision, in shame of our folly, in fear of our judgment, in hope of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander claiming to fulfill the prophecy of the Nerebrine as our old companion, Nerevar Reborn, or a pawn of the Emperor, or a cat's paw of Azura, or some simple twist of fate. We insist you adhere to temple doctrine and conform to the strictures dividing the hieroglypha from the apocrypha, that you not speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as a dutiful priest should, in accordance with your vows of obedience to the canons and archcanon. I am the archcanon. And all will be forgiven. Defy me and you will know what it is to stand against a god. Oh, I'm tempted. We could just attack him. I kind of want to, just for fun. What if that was only half of it? I think it is. This is a lot of words. My voice is going to be tired by the end of this. But this is too interesting. Yeah, this is so good. So good. Nah, let's keep reading. So these documents were prepared by temple scholars and agents of the Inquisition for Lords Vivec. Right. So this is going to be about what Dagother wants to do. Yeah, I'm really interested. Like, is he's the false dreamer? Is he trying to create, like, this dream that maybe, like, a new world of dream? But it's kind of a crazy world. Like, it drives people insane, but maybe they're happy in it. I don't know. That was potentially a thought I had. So, I mean, a lot of it just seems to be like he wants to create a new world for Morrowind and bring back, the old glory days and like push out the outside influence. But I feel like his true plan is more maybe some crazy, like infinite Tsukiyomi kind of thing, where it just put everyone into a dream. Okay, so they're interrogating 6 house members. Let me read some of this just in my head since I've been talking a lot. Yeah, victims of dream-induced mania. And now I'm trying to think of so before I read this, what were the dreams that Dagother sent to me? Where is the sleepers awake? Yeah, Dagother led me among the dead. He's speaking to the dead? Laughing and joking. Them they're not replying. He says, there are many rooms in the house of the master. Be easy, for from the hands of your enemies I've delivered you. Reviving the dead? Like into a dream, maybe? So he's saying, Or Nerevar Induril forged anew, yeah. One you betrayed was 3 times true. Dagother, yeah, because the Nerevar betrayed Dagother, I think. Interesting, okay. Yeah, because Vivek has a long memory. I don't know how long he's been alive. I feel like maybe he hasn't even been alive as long as the Diveth Tyr, that Dunmer wizard in the Corpusarium. He was alive for like 2,000 years. I don't know if Vivek's that old. Okay. So Dagother wants to establish a theocracy in the Morrowind based on the worship of the newborn god Akulakan? Oh, interesting. That's I didn't know. The second new medium. So Dagother is trying to create a new god using the Hearth of Orkhan. Okay. So he's trying to create a new god following the instructions of the Dwemer. Establish the heirs of Dagoth as the god priests of their new god. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Through charismatic conversion, unite the Dunmer under the guidance of Ur to battle against foreign animals. Yeah, that's the Enwa. Yeah, seems like, yeah, he's basically following in place of the old Dwemer sorcerer. So recapitulate, what does that mean again? Like, follow in the steps of... Yeah, like restating something. Expose the false worship of the tribunal and destroy their authority. Yeah, but I feel like the distant priests and the cult of the Nerevarine are separate from the sixth house. I think there's people who just like they don't like Dagoth. They think the whole thing is a wash because both Dagother is the same as the tribunal. He's getting his powers from the Lorkhan. Yeah, dang. Get rid of all inferior races. Drive the Empire away. I mean, like, as awful as it is, like, I do like, I can understand, like, a sense of, like, you know, Morrowind did just get invaded by the Empire and is now, like, their culture is going to slowly being erased. So I could, you know, I understand that, like, there's a lot of hatred built up against outsiders. Oh, but I wonder if Dagother truly wants that, or if he's using that hatred to do something else, you know? I don't know, I'll have to talk to him. Recover ancient territories stolen by Skyrim and Argonia, okay. Extend the worship of Akulakan to all nations of Tamriel through subversion and conquest. Dang. Expand the sixth house. Yep, keep the construction of the second video secret. Well, they failed at that. Create passive servants and ever-widening circles around the mountain. Yeah. Oh, they've been working on that. Yeah, broadcast the 4G Ash statues. They've been broadcasting these like compulsions hidden in dream imagery at the Ash statues. Like they send out like the cell phone towers. Good night, British. Yeah, thanks for hanging around. Hope you have a very cozy sleep. Maybe Dagother is gonna They'll send you dreams. Convert to the 6th house. They're gonna reestablish the base at Kogarun. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where they tunneled under. Just have a smaller. They've been doing this. Like, their bases are all over. They've been infiltrate and subvert smuggling syndicates. Interesting. Yeah, they have bases in the waterfront districts of VIVEC. Yeah, using all the anger of like the poor and the anti-imperials. Yeah. Use assassination and terror to weaken, distract, and disrupt the Legion of the Imperial bureaucracy along with their following sympathizers. Summon sleepers and dreamers to Dagothar to work on the second Dominion. How are they getting past the ghost fence, though? I guess if you know where the tunnel is, they'll get you in there. Inferring Dagothar's perspective. Earth thinks on a large time scale, for the most part in the outside of time scale of the divine consciousness. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, they always talk about that, something like the provisional house outside of time or something. He thinks that the only obstacles of mythic scale are worth consideration. He believes he is fated to rule Morrowind, to free Morrowind of the Empire, to become the new hard-loving father of Morrowind. Given that perspective, the only opposing forces Ur worries about are the Tribunal, the Daedra, the Emperor, and the Incarnate. The Tribunal's loss of Sunder and Keening, with the diminishing resources of Aveka and Alexius of the Sill, Ur believes he has permanently gained a decisive advantage. On a mortal timescale, the battle may last for centuries, but the outcome is not in doubt. An Akulakan may be a device for dramatically reducing the timescale for a decisive victory. The myth of dynamic invincibility of the Empire has long been an unquantifiable and intimidating threat. Because I don't know how it works, but I don't know if the Emperor is not a god. I just know that like the Amulet of Kings is a divine artifact, maybe. Well, Tiber Septim maybe it was a god. That whole thing with Tiber Septim is confusing. Just depends if you believe the Arcturian heresy or not. Because that said that Tiber Septim wasn't a god, he was just using the power of Beast Grimoire, I think. Like the first man to come from the Altmora, the other continent, to Tamriel. But I don't quite understand how Tiber Septim got so much power. If he wasn't a god, it's like the more popular. I mean, if he was Talos, if he was a god. Because I don't think it was through a Dwemer device. I mean, maybe. But recent rumors of unrest in Cyrodiil and of the Emperor's failing health and the unsettled question of succession have diminished the scale of the threat. Nonetheless, the revelation, and I mean, yeah, because later on in Skyrim, which is I think it's quite a bit later, but the Empire is really on the back foot. Because at that point, the Aldmer, like the High Elves, the Aldmer Dominion, beat the Empire in a war. Yeah, so they're not. Yeah, the Empire is not invincible. They had their like failed invasion of Akavir. Yeah, they've had a bunch of elves. Nonetheless, the revelation that the Nerevarine is a pawn of Imperial intelligence, handpicked and sent to Morrowind by the Emperor himself, may cause Ur considerable anxiety. The Daedra represent no coherent obstacle to Ur. Nonetheless, their personal abilities and their influence upon their fanatic followers is considerable. Their motives and actions obscure, and Dagothar remains concerned about them. Yeah. The Incarnate represents Saint Nerevar, a mythic force that has previously defeated Ur, and Dagothar is obsessed with this threat. At the same time, Ur knew Nerevar personally, and knew that he was a mortal man with faults and weaknesses. Ur may have some hope of seducing or negotiating with Nerevar's reincarnation. Further, when Nerevar and the Tribunal defeat Ur, they were strong and allied. Now the Nerevar and the Tribunal are weak, opposed, and divided. Yeah, okay. A recent timescale was activities. So before the Second Era, 882. That's a long time ago. They lie dreaming beneath the sills of Red Mountain. Okay. They awake, refreshed, and emerge from lower Red Mountain into the heart chamber. He ritually binds himself with his brethren as heart whites. Okay, so the brethren, like his ash vampires, are also using the power of the heart, I suppose. And he's practically like creating new rituals of the heart. The first stages of construction of second Numidium, conceived during the long sleep, are begun by heart whites and astronaut constructs in the chamber of Lorcan. Yeah. Hey, Sorvo. What's up? Always good to have you here. Same year, I suppose. The Tribunal arrive at Red Mountain for their annual ritual bathing in the heart's power. Ooh, so each year they go. Oh no, this is the Tribunal does. Yeah, each year the Tribunal goes to the Red Mountain to bathe in the heart's power. So this is why the Tribunal's weakening, because they're not able to reach the heart, I'm assuming. They've just been sitting away from it, like their power slowly draining. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, because they can ambush and move it away. Okay. So, second era, 82 to now, I'm pretty sure. Well, not now, but you know. No, we're in 427, so we're getting close to the present day, though. So, yeah, the Tribunal is attacking Red Mountain. Yep, the Corpus Curse becomes more powerful. The Sixth House influence extends. Oh, I had a great Friday. I played some trombone. It was a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, I had kind of a chill morning. Had a day off work, so that was nice. And then I took a shot of vodka before I started playing this. It's fun. I don't drink that much, but I was like, why not? Yeah, and now, oh, this is such interesting lore. It's a total lore dump. I've been reading for the past, I don't even know how long now, but this is good stuff. It's like stuff I've been thinking about for a long time, and I feel like the pieces are really finally falling into place here. Good shit. Yep, Kogarun was their advanced base for the 6th House operations. Okay. Soul sickness, yeah, that's the dreams that drive people nuts. Hey, what's up, Umberkiller? Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, the books are so interesting. So did you start playing again, Sorvo? I think that's been my favorite part of the game, has been like speculating on the lore. I feel like for a while I hadn't been. I guess I was getting some new lore at Solstein, but I hadn't been finding new books, so it's fun to get back into it. I'm still before I finish, I'm going to do a big lore breakdown and read all the 36 sermons and try to make sense of them. Yeah, it's such a good game. It's really fun. And just so creative. Like this is a crazy story. Yeah. Okay. I've played Skyrim like a ton. That was like the first open world game. I played it when I was 12 at like 20 FPS. But it was just so cool. I didn't care. It was like, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm a big Skyrim fan, and then I've played Oblivion some, not a ton. But I did the Shivering Isles DLC and like the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, which I've kind of heard are the best parts of the game. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Oblivion sometime. It's not like on the top of my list though. I don't know if I'll ever play Daggerfall or Arena. Maybe Daggerfall. Like I've heard some good stuff, I suppose. Oh, nice. Yeah, Thief's Class. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I've been seeing all of this happening across my explorations of Ardenfell. I wonder how this encounter, like, how did they lose the artifacts? I guess they just were stolen. I wonder, I feel like I may have found this guy, Dagoth Vemin, and I didn't kill him because he sounded interesting and I wanted to talk to him. Like, maybe there's a quest later, but I wonder if I'd killed him if I could have just picked up Sunder. Because I'm pretty sure he was in some base in, like, the western kind of fields. I forget what that area is, kind of by Nisus. Yeah, fuck. I bet it's hard. I know those old games like that are just, I don't know, like really old games. I feel like it'd just be hard just due to how, I don't know, different they are and kind of unapproachable. Which I think can be kind of fun sometimes to really get into an unapproachable game. Yeah, I've heard the UD mod's the way to go. Okay, so Amalexian and Silver were captured too. Huh. Rescued by VIVEC. Criminal retreat from the Red Mountain in disorder. Because this is they had made an attack on Red Mountain. I'm assuming that's when they lost it. That's probably it. Surviving boy armored your companions. Know the Tribunal force was forced to retreat, but don't know how serious a reversal the Tribunal suffered. 3 tribunes return to their respective capitals and continue to perform their original functions. They continue to grow weaker because they couldn't go take their yearly baths at the heart. And they're supporting the ghost fence. Yeah, okay. Be interesting. Yeah, I kind of did. I didn't pay too much attention to the lore when I was playing Skyrim, but I think it'd be fun to go back and play it again sometime with like the all the knowledge I have now. Because I've read practically every book, and I feel like Morrowind's lore is really interesting though, and it seems like it has some of the best lore, and that it's creative. I don't know. I didn't get a ton of like the sense that the lore was really weird in Skyrim. Like Alduin was just kind of evil dragon, but now he's this sort of now my understanding of him is that he's like a being of like creation and destruction, kind of like Ragnarok, you know? Maybe. And that he might also be a form of Alduin. Or not, a form of Akatosh, excuse me. I don't know, but I read about Skyrim in this game sometimes, and Skyrim sounds a lot more interesting too. And here, like, there's werebears and the Nordic religions and all that. Like, none of that was in Skyrim. Not that Skyrim is great. I just think Morrowind's a lot more of a unique world, which I think is pretty impressive. So, okay, interesting. Dagoth could apparently perceive and communicate directly through his cultists. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. When the cultists are just like saying their crazy phrases about the dreamer awakes and stuff, maybe that's Dagoth like speaking directly through them. Oh, so I bet we can go find Akulakan. Yeah, that's kind of what I could agree with that, Umber Cleric. Oh, thank you for the follow. I can't quite read that. I gotta get a bigger. I should like put my chat on the laptop. But I really appreciate it. Type in chat if you're here. Yeah. I feel like mechanically too, I like how this game's a little more, it doesn't hold your hand as much. You kind of just got to figure out what to do. I think that's a lot more interesting. Um, Combat-wise, it's not that great. The spell making's pretty cool though. That's fun. Okay, one more piece of text to read. So this is from the Apocrypha, right? This is like a banished text, blasphemous against the tribunal, I assume. Scholarly retelling of a tradition transmitted through the Ashlanders concerning the Battle of Red Mountain. Okay, so this is maybe going to say where that the tribunal killed the Nerevar. Maybe. So they associate with the tale with the telling of Alandro Sul, a shield companion. Sul Matul. I wonder if he's related to the Ashkan of the Urshilaku. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Yeah, good luck with your streams too. So he was a shield companion of Nerevar who came to live among the Ashlanders. I bet he's probably related to Sul Matul. I mean, they generally share like a family name. I wonder if he was even the ghost that I had to like go get his bow in that one quest for the Urshilaku tribe. Like one of the early Ashlander quests had you search through their burial grounds and find the ghost. That quest it bugged out for me. I had to actually look that up because his corpse disappeared and I couldn't get the bow. So I did spawn it in. So technically, I'm not the Nerevar. If we're going like a truly canon route of what happened, he never got the Bone Biter bow. Never could become Nerevar. But power of foresight, power of precognition. It's a hidden Nerevaring prophecy. Okay, so he was one of Nerevar's servants, came to live among the Ashlanders, right? Yeah, the primary elements are consistent throughout the tradition. The murder of Nerevar, the tragic fate of Ur, the profane source of the tribunal's divine power, denied by temple doctrine as ignorant Ashlander superstition. Right. Yeah, Risdane, present-day Morrowind, was contested ground between two very different types of Myr. The Chimer, the Dwemer. Yep. Yeah, okay. Two heroes, peace. Yep. Yeah, this is all stuff I think I've already kind of know. It's just a different perspective on it so far. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so the tribunal urged Nerevar again to make war on the dwarves. He was in trouble. He went to Dumak, his friend of old, and asked what they said was true. But Kagrenak and the high priest kept their new god a secret from their king. Oh, so Dumak didn't even know that they were building the god. That's why I was wondering if there was some, like, Dwemer civil war, because I'd assume not all the Dwemer were happy about like the experiment, like they didn't consent to being turned into color or whatever happened. Like this was Kagrenak fucking around and using the tools and killing this whole race. Like you're probably your average Dwemer tinkerer is probably happy, building robots. But Okay. So yeah, and Doom. So he's saying, yeah, okay, you must give up your worship of the heart of Lorkhan. But Dumak, who still knew nothing of Kagranak's new ground, but proud and protective of his people, said, "We shall not relinquish that which has been our way for years beyond reckoning." Yeah, just as the Chimer will not relinquish their ties to the lords and ladies of Oblivion, but they will. Oh, they will. To come to my door in this way, arrayed in arms and armor, with hosts around you, tells you have already forgotten our friendship. Stand down, my sweet Nuremberg, or I shall swear by the 15 and 1 golden tones. I shall kill you and all your people. What does that mean? The 15 and 1 golden tones? I also understand, like, maybe the Dwemer were, like, kind of Buddhist, maybe? There's one book I read that talked about, like, Dwemer spirituality as, like, coming to an understanding with the heart. Which it just makes me think sort of that, like, you know, more of like an Eastern religion. Which, I mean, that kind of makes sense for people who don't, you know, aren't worshiping a god. Like they. But I guess maybe they worship reason and logic. Those are their gods. Yeah, okay. Okay, here's where it's different. So, Dagother went to Nerevar's dying lord and asked him what to do with Kagranak's tools. Nerevar summoned Azura again, and she showed them how to use the tools to separate the power of the heart of the Dwemer people. So this time Azura is... Azura is killing the Dunmer. I mean the Dwemer, excuse me. She really wasn't happy about that box. Yeah, go read Azura in the box. Not standing that humiliation just kills their whole race. Yeah, on the fields, the tribunal and their armies watched as the Dwemer turned into dust. So I wonder if, like, maybe they became immortal and then their connection was severed, so they were nothing, no? Yeah, the Nerevar still love the Dumak and the Dwemer people. He goes to the tribunal to ask their wisdom. Tribunal wants to use their power, yep. The Nerevar asks again to summon Azura, but they become as greedy as Kagranak when hearing the power of the heart. They wanted it, yep. They made rituals as if to summon Azura as Nerevar wanted, but Almalexia used poisoned candles, and Sosthil used poisoned robes, and the VIVEC used poisoned invocations. They really poisoned him, okay. Overkill, damn. Then Azura came forth anyway and cursed the tribunal for their foul deeds. Yep. She'd use her powers over dusk and dawn. I guess the beginning and the end. Maybe that's why she has, like, power over reincarnation in this sense. Like turning the end of the one Nerevar's life into the dawn of a new life. But the tribunal laughed at her and said that they soon become gods themselves, and the Chimer people would forget their old ways of worship. And Azura knew this would be true, and that it would take a long time before power would bring Nerevar back. What you have done here today is foul beyond measure, and you will grow to regret it, for the lives of gods are not what mortals think, and matters that weigh only years to mortals weigh in gods forever. They turn to Dunmer. Let this mark remind you of your true selves, who, like ghouls, fed on the nobility, heroism, and the truest of their king. Damn. So here's maybe where Dagothar is portrayed in a good light by the Ashlanders. Because Dagothar saw what had been done, for his skin changed as well, and he tried to avenge the death of the Nerevar, but to no avail. This queen in general still fears the current, but where's the sword? Yeah. Oh, okay.
It is lonely to be a god.
We can be gods together. We can have everyone use the tools. You know, when everyone's a god, no one is. It's quoting that guy from The Incredibles. Okay, I accept. Oh, but do I swear? Okay. Good, sensible of you. And now will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to the defeat and destruction of Dagothar, and the preservation of Morrowind and his people? What if I say it depends? I have a save. I'm just curious. What I don't know. I don't know if I want to completely commit to that. What if I wait on this? I might wait on this. What if I kind of want to talk to Dagothar first and see what he has to say? Because I could swear my oath to VIVEC to preserve Morrowind and follow his plan to destroy the connection to the heart of Lorkhan. But I kind of want to talk to Dagothar first and just see what he has to say. Because it really seems like there's choices to make here. Like it's not a linear, single ending game. Look at your outfit. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. I'll be back. I do want Wraithguard though, so I mean I could obviously deceive him, like I guess breaking your oath is possible, but I don't know. I wanna wait. So I wanna go to St. Olm's Canton? Yeah. Okay. So now I wanna go talk to one of the Hlalu
I
counselors.
don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Wait, this is reality. Because I gotta convince the Hlalu to name me Horter.
Yes, citizen.
Horter. Probably shouldn't talk to the Ordinators.
Yes,
Get him.
Outlander. How do you do?
Dram Barrow. Top of St. Olm's. Okay. The tippy top. I killed this guy. Whoops. Seems like I might not need his support though. It's okay. Could he be in the temple?
Welcome, citizen. How may I be of assistance?
Haunt Manor? I kind of remember there being, yeah, didn't this haunted manor have like a hidden smuggler base?
Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm listening.
there he is. I guess he's hiding. It's like the secret counselor. I am Dramper, noble and councilman of Great House Lobby. Okay. You found me, and that means you are resourceful. Yes, I will vote for you as Hortator, but my vote alone means nothing. Yngling is a fool. You may bribe him or kill him. Well, hey, I already did it. He's dead. I think I had to like assassinate him for one of the Morrowind quests or something. I killed him legally too. Crassius Curio is a man of passion. Yeah, he sure is. He gave me a little kiss. And can be manipulated, but Velanda and Nirvana are Orvis Dren's creatures. They will do nothing without his approval. Yeah, he's an asshole. Okay, so Curio is I guess, the top dog. Guarding the bold. Why aren't you looking at me if you're so bold? This guy's back turned. Okay. I think I know where the other two live. I think one's in a manor out here. Orvis Dren, the leader of the Komodoton, is in the Dren plantation. But I feel like I might need to convince his followers first. I'm not sure. Let's just run over there. Get the boots of flat speed I going. Oh, we're flying, we're flying. Oh my god. There we go. Use it. Save. Oh, I should get water too. Forgot about that. I should have noted down where those manors were. For the father counselors, I kind of forgot already. Like, one's in this area, though, I think. Maybe it's that? Or is that just the Dren plantation? Or is that Suran? That's Suran. Well, one of them is, like, north of Suran. Wait, let's get the windmill. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Bet that looks like a mansion. Maybe. Ulis Manor. Hello, do you know where? The counselor. Yeah, I think that was the counselor I'm looking for. Hello.
Well, that's a very strange story with all the stars and prophecies. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Maybe speak with one of my advisors, Orvis Dren.
Yeah, well, he's an asshole, but sure. Okay, I'll go talk to him. It's like this way, right? It's that? It's Arvel Plantation, but I think it's this. I feel like there's really just the one big plantation. Yeah, here we go. I've spoken to this guy before. He's got some fancy armor. I think I also have assassinated most of his family, so...
Matsera.
He might not like me that much, but that's okay. Yes.
So, you want to be Horster of House Lalu? You've come to me. You've shown unusual wisdom for an outlander. But what's the title of Horster worth to you? Why do you want to be Horster?
The papers I believe you should see. I guess I have. I probably found some papers on him that proved he was working for the Sixth House. I must have just found them and had them in my inventory. I don't really know what he's talking about, but... so you've been putting your nose in places not meant to be, eh? I see how it is. If the title of Hortier is all you want, you're welcome to it. It won't cost me anything at all. It makes Nirvana, Ulis, and Valando Money understand exactly where we stand. Okay, so do I not need to talk to the other two then? Probably not, because he just said they're kind of in his pocket. As much as I want to kill you, I won't. Okay, back to Crassus Curio then. Too fast, too fast. That's probably the other mansion. Actually, since I'm right here, I just want to go talk to this person. Just make sure that I don't have to, like, double check. Unless this is not the right mansion. Yeah, maybe not. What's that? What's the bell? Taking a direct path. Can I make it? Can I make it? No. Gracias.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Welcome, Breton. Let's set aside our differences and talk, shall we?
Didn't I do it? Maybe I do have to talk to these two. Where's Omani? Elmas Island. Take the bridge to the mainland from the Talvani compound. Turn south. Okay. I think I do. He just always made it seem like, oh, I'll tell them, you know. Tell them where we stand.
Yes, citizen.
Okay, that's okay. I'm so fast. Doesn't matter. So the Telvanni is over here, right? So I guess that doesn't matter. It's on the other side of town. Then. So somewhere around here should be a map. Oh, there we go. There? Maybe. I'll bet that's it. Yeah, because I think they said cross the bridge. That guy's gonna try to rob me. Yay, cool. Blondo Money. Forged land deed. I don't remember doing that, but I suppose I ruined her plans.
Yes, of course. You wish me named Hortier of House Lawler no sooner said than done. You will, of course, need to receive confirmation from the other councillors.
Cool. I think she was trying to like. Now that I'm thinking about that forged land deed, my memory is like she was trying to take over some farmer's land, but she forged the land deed to do it. So I gave the farmer back his land by like proving that the whole thing was a scam or something.
Go ahead. I'm
Oh
listening.
yeah, all that shit got stolen. I don't think I ever found it. He's gonna be waiting for his brandy forever. Got bigger fish to fry, buddy. There we go. Or it might have been the other place. Yeah, no.
3 blessings to you.
I think it was over here. Meow. Uh, oh, no, it wasn't the Arvel Manor. I was just here. uh, it's the Ulis Manor. It's over. It's closer to Suran. I'm way too far west. Yeah, because this is back on the fields of Kumu. Early game. This is like the first areas I got to. Here, this looks better. Yes.
May I help you, Outlander?
Hello.
Oh, yes, Sir Lehostian. The Horster thing, right? They said if I knew what was good for me, I would do as you asked. So, you want to be Horster? I make you Horster. I vote for you. That's all I have to do, right? Once the cause was agreed, make sure you guys are good.
Yikes. These poor people. Just under threat. Orvis Dren is thugs. I don't like the Kimono Tongue are assholes. Not a very nice faction. Probably just take the Silk Strider. Ooh, VIVEC.
Where would you like to go?
Oh, so close. Oh, barely made it. No. Through the world.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
Welcome, Breton. Let's set aside our differences and talk, shall we?
Ah, the councillors agree. Splendid. I'm so happy for you. What an honor. But no more than you deserve, Pumpkin. And now I have a little treat for you. It's a belt given to the Hortator of Flauslalu. Just snug it around that supple little waist. Now I know you've important things to do, but don't be a stranger. Don't neglect poor, lonely Uncle Crassius, your devoted admirer.
Yeah, I bet you want to do crazy things with that belt. What does the belt do? It's just a normal belt. Ah, yeah, it's pretty dang good. Constant effect for Fortify Magicka. I don't know if I have a belt, so maybe I guess I did.
Oh, I had the Bone Guard belt. Yeah, it's better than that. Hell yeah. Why, thank you, Gussus. Well, there we go. Got the Hlalu. So next up, I suppose I should chat with maybe I could chat with the Arab and Imsum, but apparently they're pretty brutal. And then I probably want to go talk to Amayan, I think his name is, and Telvas for the Telvanni. I think the Ahamusa would support me, because I've helped them before. I think I actually saved their tribe from dying of disease. But whatever, I'm close to Arab and Imsum, so let's see what they have to say. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Guess I could take the boat. Crunch. Yeah, I mean, probably fastest if I took the boat just went to Moligmar.
Care to see the sights? Where can I take you?
Sweet. Oh shit. Casting a fire? Aren't you a frost astronaut? Why are you casting fire spells? Kinda sus. He's a fake frost astronaut. It's a fire astronaut in a costume. When the astronaut was born, his summoner told him, you could be anything you want in the world, and he was like, I'm a fire astronaut, but I want to be a frost astronaut. It's a beautiful story. Is there anything down there? It's kind of an interesting. These 3 pillars of rocks. No. Seemingly not. Big Daedric ruins. I think I've been there. I mean, maybe not, but oh well, it's okay. Here they are. I'm a little skeptical I'll be able to get these folks' approval. They're apparently, they don't even give a shit about Ashlar traditions. They're kind of barbaric. We'll see. Oh yeah. Increase the brightness a little bit.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Ooh, we want nothing to do with you. You're the Outlander, right? He thinks he's the Nerevarine. Maybe he'll train me, though. What if I speak to the Ashkan? I assume he really doesn't like me, but maybe the wise woman. You are stupid, Outlander. Damn. Go away, stupid. I'd kill you, but it's not worth the trouble. Shucks. Oh, they don't like that I'm asking questions. Okay. I'll leave. Let's go talk to the wise woman. Moneyrai. I am Moneyrai, wise woman of the Ebenezer. You are the outlander who claims to fulfill the prophecies. You have one scuttle. I'll buy it. I will have your counsel. I warn you. Be wary of Ashkan, Ulathpal, and his supporters. They all hate outlanders and love nothing more than to kill them and loot them. They do not respect custom or hospitality, and they think nothing of killing unarmed men, children, women, or children. They are bad men, bad leaders, and you should fear them. You wish to be named Erbenim some Nervine? Never. Not for Ashkan, Ulathpal, and his war-loving Erbenim some live. They all hate outlanders and are proud and haughty and will never suffer an outlander to rule them. If you would be Nervian, you must kill Ulathpal and his supporters, the Gulakans, Ahaz, Renabi, and Ashuai. Then you must help me make peace-loving Erbenim some Gulakan, Hanamu, or Ashkan. So do I kind of just go in, killing them? I feel like that's, I don't know, I guess if they're hated by the tribe for being bad leaders, that could work. But I feel like that's a little bit bad. Like the Outlander just comes in, murders your Ashkan. I am of the peace-loving Ebenemsum. We only wish to live and hunt as we have in the past, and do not wish to anger our neighbors by raiding and warfare. Manabi is mean and solitary. He is cunning, but he relies too much on the power of his ancestors' enchantments. He is not strong, but beware, he bears a poisoned blade. Ulathpal is always in his yurt, protected by his bodyguard, Gulakan Ahaz. I am just a weak woman, and I am sure you would know best, but I would kill Ahaz first, the weaker of the two. And if I had secret magics and powers, I'd use them to preserve me while I defend against two enemies at once. Under the previous Ashkan, Hanamu's father, Iron Amu, the Ebenemsum grew bold and arrogant, confident in the strength of arms. Okay. Hanamu is the son of the former chief. But he's nothing like his father. His birth gives him a strong claim to lead the tribe. Of the many virtues required by Ashkan lacks are three things: strength, courage, and wisdom. So apparently they're pretty strong, the Ashkan's bodyguard.
This one honors us. Please.
Go apeshit. See this windmill? Feel no fear. See it. They attack first. Yeah. Yeah. Fear the windmill. Well, okay. Is that worth a lot of money? Yeah, I'll keep it. Just so. Carpal's friend. Carpal Tunnel's friend. Gives Carpal Tunnel, upon hit, Wind of Ahaz. Interesting. That would have been more interesting if it was like blind 100%. He hits you with it, you go completely blind. That would have been kind of funny. Let's see if they do have some scuttle. Gotta go scrounging. Yes, that's not really worth eating. 2 nutrition. Wonder if you could cook, like with the mod. Combine ingredients together. Well, okay. So this is the son of the old
Welcome,
chieftain.
friend. We extend you our
But he
warm
doesn't want to be
regards.
Ashkan. I mean, I like his supporting the peace-loving Ashkan, but this guy does seem pretty weak.
You flatter me with your attention.
This is still a rough world, you know, you want to have a strong leader. I don't remember who the other fellows that I need to kill are. Yeah, this poor lady. Very anxious to name me the Nerevarine and follow her. Yeah, she was probably going to get killed if she didn't say anything. The Mafia was onto her. Ahaz Renabi Ashuahe. Okay.
Welcome,
You
friend.
flatter
We
me with
extend
your
you our
attention.
warm regards.
Renabi. This is one of them.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Oh god, this weapon's so good. With Erodan the Wise. The Ember Hand and the Bitter Hand. They have pretty interesting items, these folks. So I guess his strategy would be to make the player weak to poison and fire, and then fuck him up. Ashuahe. So apparently this guy
Welcome, friend.
claims he's the
We extend
strongest.
you our warm regards.
Ah. Mountain Spirit. Pretty good. Good constant effect. Any... Ooh, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Come on, give me some more. Yeah, yeah. So let me check this place. Red looted sacks. There we go. Okay, now we're refilling our foodstuffs. Bread. We'll need some bread. Nice. I think that was it. So maybe they're all dead. You want to be... No matter what Myrna says, I'm not interested. You're just going to get me killed. I don't care what Myrna says. I don't want to be Ashkan. Everyone despises me. I'm a weakling, a coward, and a fool. I hate it, but it's true. I just want to be left alone. They only made me to Gulakan because my father was a Gulakan, and I hated my father. He was a stupid brute and a bully. You have killed Ulthpal and his supporters, so you killed them just because of these prophecies? You are mad. I tell you, I am not the Ashkan. I do not want to be the Ashkan. Yeah, I don't know if he's your guy. No, with Ulthpal and his supporters, it's a simple matter to be named Nerevarine. All you must do is persuade Hanamu to become Ashkan himself. I don't think he wants to. By tokens, I mean well-known tribal heirlooms, objects of power handed down through the generations. So maybe you need to find him a token. Like an ancient powerful artifact of the Ashlanders and will gain his confidence.
Probably nothing.
Please, I don't want to be an Ashkan, don't you understand? I won't be any good at it. I'm going to be a complete failure, and everyone will hate me even more than they do now. What sort of token do you need? Maybe one of the items that the leaders had? Well-known tribal heirlooms. Yeah, let me loot some corpses. I bet I have that axe. War axe of Baranamo. Wasn't that his father's axe? Maybe that's what he wants. I have your father's axe. Aha! There we go. Yes, I recognize it. It's the war axe of my father. Ultipol had it from my father and carried it as an Ashkan. What has that to do with me wanting to be an Ashkan? Okay, I'll give him the axe and make a speech. See this axe? With it, your father brought blood and death to your people. But with it, you can chop trees, swords to plowshares, become a great leader. A leader of peace and strength. There we go. That was my speech. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the axe that gives strength in war. It is the idea of the axe that gives confidence to the tribe. It is the Ashkan who bears the axe. The Ashkan who accepts the responsibility for the fate of the tribe. Who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson. I must give it thought. Well, he still doesn't seem to care. Do I have to give him more trinkets? Maybe Mountain Spirit? That seems pretty big. Purple's friend? Heart of Fire, the Wind of Ahaz. That's just this guy though, why would you want his weapon? I opened this already, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. No, maybe not. I don't want all this junk then. Junk, I say, junk. Junk, 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 junk. Okay. The Heart of Fire, right? That does sound like a legendary token.
You carry Sonic Gear's Heart of Fire. It is an example of a token recognized by all the tribes.
It was the power amulet of Sanat Kil, a witch warrior in service to the legendary wise woman Kanitu Nila, and Ahaz's father had it from Kanitu Nila. Perhaps he gave that amulet to Hanamun to give him the courage of a witch warrior. Why do I have to, like, give him his traits that he's missing? I gave him strength, now I'm going to give him courage. Yes, I recognize it. Ahaz wore that amulet, the Heart of Fire. Thank you, your lesson is clear. It is the amulet that gives courage in battle, and it is the idea of the amulet that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who wears the amulet, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the lands. Yes, okay. What other item do you want? Skooma. Drink some skooma. That'll give you courage. Maybe a Robe of the Wise potentially. Fortify Intelligence. Probably because it was Robe of Urdar the Wise. This is Renabi. Let me see, what does the Wise Woman think of that? Yeah. The Wizard and Counselor, the legendary leader want to go. Wisdom, that was the final trait. Thank you for your lessons. I shall be nerving to the Erbelimsum, Ashcom. And I do not need the robe. You should keep it for yourself. If you wish, I shall also name you Nerv. Thank you, Lucian. I promise that as Ashkan, I shall do my best to amend the dark reputation of the Erbelimsum. And as my first action as chief, I now name you Erbelimsum Nervering, champion of us, the protector of the people. You must also go to Wise Woman Menera and get from her the seizing of the Erbelimsum and enchanted herb of the tribe. Woohoo. That was cool. I like that little quest, like finding the heirloom items. We're both traveling in the dark. Yeah, take this enchanted token of the Erbelimsum. Oh, know that we have named you Nevering and champion. Cool. What is that? 50 feet. Hot damn. It's pretty good.
This one honors us. I see this land suits you. We welcome you
A lot
freely.
further than my other telekinesis spells. Okay. Where are the boots? Right there. Now let's go to probably the Zynep camp next. What's up with you? Who are you? I must get home now. Oh. I do, but oh god, that's such a long journey back. I'm sorry. Good luck. I just don't want to walk all the way to Evanheart. I do support him though. But I don't know, those follow requests can be kind of painful. Yep. Wait, I'm not going north. Every egg mine, I'm like, maybe. Maybe it's the Podai egg mine. I mean, probably not, since that's nowhere near Sheogoran, but it could be. What's this? Fallen Serrano? That's just like one of the strongholds, right? What's in here? Anything? No, these are just kind of... barren hills. Hills of Bolagammer. Oh, the Grazelands. The Grazelands are so nice. They're a pretty area. I think I've been through this stronghold sure. Yeah, I felt like I was pretty thorough in the Gracelands. More thorough than a lot of the other parts of the game. I think it'll be really interesting to know what I've missed. You know? Like, I'm sure I missed a lot of cool stuff. That's okay. I've made my peace with not finding it. But I also feel like I found a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of stuff that was like kind of out of the way. You know?
May you find me worthy of your
My
attention.
favorite region of Vardenfell. It's a good question. So hi, Derek. How's it going? I really do like. I think it's Mulligammer, the region with all the thermal activity going on. I think that place is really cool. And the Gracelands is pretty. It's like it's a beautiful zone. You know, after all the the gray of the Ashlands. The Ashlands are cool, but they're very gray. But then you have this nice, pretty area. Azura's Coast is really cool too. Like I love the Telvanni Towers. Yeah, the Gracelands are nice. Yeah, I'd say really the East is quite nice. Yeah, I mean it's all great. I've loved every area. And places like the Fields of Kumu and Pelagiad and Belmora now have I don't know, a level of nostalgia associated with them already, just from how long I've been playing this one playthrough. So like my original exploration of the Western Coast feels like, I don't know, a distant memory almost. When times are simpler. We go with a rich guy. Damn, there he is, $9,000. Wait, I should have stamina. Okay. Now we're south.
How wonderful. Welcome.
Yeah, there are some interesting secrets in the Bitter Coast, like the statue of Boethia and stuff. All the hidden smugglers everywhere. Yeah, Bitter Coast is cool. It's kind of a dark, shady, gloomy swamp. A little too much. Do anything cheaper? I guess I could sell them some gems. Take the gems. Hell yeah. Yeah, maybe well, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But when I'm done, I was thinking it could be fun to, like, I don't know, just to Google some things that I may have missed, or, like, some deep secrets. There was one secret my friend told me about just because it was so obscure that you'd never find it, but apparently there's, like, a secret sword. It's like an Easter egg called Elton Brand, where you, like, upgrade Gold Brand, which is already a secret sword. And the reason why it's so impossible is because, like, you have to do this whole chain of really obscure events, and, like, one of the pieces in the chain is to, like, talk to a certain NPC with, like, 10,001 gold, and then you can, like, upgrade this weapon. And apparently it's a reference to some, like, obscure basketball player from 2002 or something. Which I think is really funny. But I don't know, like, I'd be interested in just seeing if there's more stuff like that, like little Easter eggs that are completely You know, like that's not something you naturally stumble upon in any sense, you know? But it's fun that it's included. And now, like, there's like I would like to try to translate the Dwemer. I don't know how I do that though. I feel like maybe it's nonsense. I want to read these books. But okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. There's still, especially I'll play Tribunal too, so there's still more game. And I don't necessarily want to spoil too much because I think maybe it would be fun later to play the game again and play the mainland, but I wouldn't have to spoil the mainland. Okay, let's see what the Ashcon thinks. Yeah, I feel like these people are the design ever, maybe not, so excited to name me Nerfrain. We have heard the rumors, but know you to be the Outlander. We know you to be the Outlander that came to fulfill the prophecies. But how could an Outlander be the Nerfrain? I'll tell him. Tell him my story. Ho ho ho! Excuse me, do not think me rude, but seriously, do you believe this story yourself? I mean no offense, but you must admit you're an Outlander and completely ignorant of our ways. How could you ever be our Warlander? What sensible Ashcon would ever choose you to lead the tribes? Ho ho ho. Sure, set me a task. Very well. A vampire named Calvario has taken refuge in the nearby Nerano ancestral tomb. I think I killed him already. If you are worthy as you say you are, it would be a simple, small matter for you to dispose of the vampire. There, you have your task. I think I did it, no? Nerano ancestral tomb is to the north, but you are a stranger. Maybe get lost. So west, north. Maybe I didn't go there, I guess. Standard prophet talk. Voices and verses. Very interesting, but true. Who can tell? Kilvar, he's a vampire. A young one, quite dangerous, of course. I'm sure an adventurer of your wide experience would know. Probably driven out of his lair by older, more powerful vampires. I can also purposely get infected. Ooh, this is something I maybe want to do before I kill him. I kind of want to purposely get infected. Go to Baller, and maybe then Molig Ball will talk to me. I want to talk to Molig Ball. Yes, okay, let's do that actually. So it's north of... Okay. Yeah, I think I looked at that. It's like directly east of the Trollf to Ruins. I don't know how you get infected by vampirism though. Like I feel like I've been bitten or I've been attacked before by vampires and I haven't gotten it, so maybe you just need to let them attack you enough. So it's like over here. That name is so familiar, the Nerano. Maybe I just met somebody named Nerano. I probably did. Somewhere around here? Someone's attacking me. Also, a little tent. Is that Ashlanders? Oh, that's those witches, I think. I don't want to mess with them. They're scary. Okay. When you pass the ruins of Nachulft, keep your eyes to the east. Look for an entrance flanked by 2 trees on the western slope of the hill. Hey, Brooklyn. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Drek. Time to face the Beyblade. Spin to win. Get out of here. Awesome. Oh, here we go. I think we found it. Wait, no, venom. I saw 2 trees. I was like, I got excited, but no, that's the venom too. Did you start a new campaign? Are you playing like the main campaigns or the community-made campaigns for Neverwinter Nights? So I pass the ruin. What's that? Oh, enemies appear on your little mini-map. I never really realized that until now, for whatever reason. I feel like that's something I should have noticed before this, but oh well. Yeah, I've been in this ruin. It was kind of underwhelming, if I remember. Feeling like mildly dumb right now. Like the instructions are simple, right? Maybe it's like in this Boyata. That's an unexplored part of the map too, so maybe that's why I never found it. Like, 'cause I think I technically could have gone further, maybe to reach the mountains. This feels like we're getting far away from the Dwarven ruins. I don't know. Whatever. Filling in the map. Oh, you had to restart. Oh no. Cool. Yeah, that sounds very fun. Yeah, I don't believe this is the way to live here. What if he just gave me the wrong instructions? Because he's like, fuck you, Outlander, here. Go find a tomb that doesn't exist. Huh, sounds like there's a lot of different kinds of builds you can go for. I never under what is evocation magic? Like, games always say that. It's just like where you evoke. You're evoking the power of something. Kind of like destruction. What's this? Sure, let's check it out. Moran at dawn. Whoa. 6 house base. I wonder if I've been here. I don't know, actually. Yeah, destruction, right? Evocation. That makes sense. I feel like that's something. Yeah. Wait, are you an Ash Ghoul? I can't tell. I think you are, though. I'm just gonna save in case not, but I need to trap an Ash Ghoul's soul. Okay, get in a gem, buddy. But not a Zero Star. Need to find a very potent soul for that one. It's an Ash Poet. I can look that way. Yeah, I don't know if Ash Poets are really that Great of a soul to trap. Oh god. There are many enemies. What about you? Ashgul? Ashgul! Here we go, here we go. Okay, okay. Get in a soul gem. I'm putting you in a gem forever. Harvest my soul with my Daedric Crescent. Yes. Yes. Where is it? Ashgul. There we go. Where did I put Azura's star? It's kind of dark in here, actually. I don't have the Boots of Blinding's Feet, do I? I think it's just literally dark. No, it's dark, yeah. Oh, I see, I see. So you gotta, like, pick what kind of magic you want, commit to it, unless you just want to be a generalist. There we go. Torch. Some light on the picture here. Maybe I just lose Azura's star. I hope not. It's probably like just dropped it around here or something. I just didn't want it to be filled. I briefly look, honestly, like fell in the floor here or something. Okay, let me just reload quick. I think I just saved. Yeah, it's okay. Dang, that sounds like there's a lot of interesting classes. Shadow dancing. Crazy. Okay, we got the star. Be very careful where we drop it this time. Wow. Okay, here we go. Ashgul. Ashgul. Why am I? Oh, because I'm no clipping still. Whoops. Okay. This goes right there. Yeah, that does kind of blend into the floor. I probably just couldn't see it. Nice. There it is. Woohoo. Okay, so right or left? Let's go right. More bells. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. Wait. No, not enough notes for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's another simple song. we go. Call it the cat's meow.
Wake. House Dagon.
It's an improvisation.
Is its glory.
How Dagoth is its glory.
So what if that's just Dagoth himself just speaking through them? Because that was something we learned today, that he can speak through his servants. So he's just being a yes man to himself, saying like, oh yeah, House Dagoth is so great, so cool. This is totally not me saying this. Oh, I see. They're like different with titles of what you'd call like multi-classing. Yeah, multi-classing is something I've never experimented with in D&D. Seems very cool, but complicated. Anything interesting? I've been here already. Okay, I totally must have been. It was unlocked, I guess. That's okay. It looked unfamiliar. Or I guess it looked too familiar. It looks like all the other 6,000 bases, so it's hard to tell if it's one you've done or not. But we got an Ash Ghoul soul, so it was worth it. So I can probably go back to Sadgeth Mora and give it to, oh, what's his name? The wizard. The wizard who's a little sus. He's like a little too obsessed with vampires and necromancy and other shady activities. I want to put back on that other ring. This one? Oh. A really strong ring. So. There we go. I should drink as well. I'm running out of water here. Okay, we're gonna find this Nerano tomb. Determined. It's not gonna be another Eggman. I mean, it can't be, considering I have actual clear directions. Seemingly clear directions. Past the ruins, then look east, and it'll be on the west side of a hill, flanked by 2 trees. Okay, I passed them. I look east. I see nothing. You have to go a little further. There, okay. I don't, like, okay, didn't it say, like, go, when you pass the ruins of Nichilef, keep your eyes to the east. I guess I should have just passed it and kept walking. Okay, that makes sense. That was a fair direction. Like, it never said leave the mountains. It just said, well, this is pretty far from the Dwarven ruins. But I bet this is it. They play Spellblade purely by self-buffing, so you can't get spells with that armor. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess a lot of games have that. Yeah, you can't cast spells while you're in armor. That's pretty cool. So you cast buff spells, put on your armor. Wait, I want to get infected. Turn me into a vampire, please. Oh, he died. I don't think I got it. I mean, there are other vampires. Yeah, there's this whole like conspiracy going on in these tombs in the area. And there is a cool item at the end of it. I don't remember exactly what it was. So I must have never gone in this tomb for some reason. Also, I'm not gonna reload. There'll be other vampires I bet I could find. I do kind of want to let a vampire turn me into... Yeah, to the Indurant tomb. Yeah, because this key leads to another tomb. And then you go through that tomb, and then there's another key that leads you to a different tomb. And then there's like this hidden base where there's the really crazy vampire. Oh, I remember what the loot was. It was the really powerful ring I'm wearing right now. And probably one of the strongest enemies I faced in the game. She was a vampire, I think, called Marara. Like, that's a pretty crazy ring. Was this normal weapons 40%? Plus fortify acrobatics? Not bad. Okay, I just gotta find a new vampire, though. It would be fun to see if Molly Ball will talk to you. Let me just drink some random potion. Sure, fortify strength. Okay. Maybe if I keep doing quests for the Sadith Mora mage, it'll lead me to vampires. Considering his proclivities. Damn, he almost just looks like he's just laying down in the Grazelands, chilling, staring at the sky, counting the clouds. Sorry. But he's actually back in Oblivion. I guess he isn't dead. Daedra don't die, they just go back to Oblivion. Suffer for a million years and then come back. Okay, I did it. He did. Dead. Well then, perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps you should be the Nerfing. Well, I'll be happy to acknowledge you as a sign of Nerfing, but it is customary for one seeking an honor from the Ashcan to offer the Ashcan a generous gift as a mark of respect. Right, because they like their money, the Zynic tribe. Because you're an outlander and do not know our customs, I will do you the great favor of naming the gift I wish to receive, a highborn Telvanni bride. Okay, a pretty one, plump with big hips to bring me many stunts. Aha, okay. Where we find a highborn bride? This is simple. You should visit highborn Telvanni lords and inform them that the Ashcan cowshed of the lordly Zainab would do them the honor of making their daughter's bride. Okay. Interesting request. Here's the wise woman. Here, got the carpet. Carpet means wise woman. Give me your counsel. Mishad wants a Telvanni bride. No highborn Telvanni would wed Ashland, but I have a plan. Go to my friend, Snavila May, slave mistress of the festival slave market, and tell her you need a pretty Dunmer slave to pose as a Telvanni lady. Snavila May will tell you the clothes to buy and will dress her like a highborn Telvanni, and escort the pretty slave to the Sylvaneth camp. Okay, I suppose that will work. He's a very clever Ashen Town and a very great man. He's not a modest man. He's very proud and conscious of rights and honors. Yes, okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'll be giving a better situation. Providing, hopefully, the opportunity for a better situation for the freeing. Even if it's like, ah, I'm freeing you, but you have to marry this guy. Still kind of questionable, but I don't know. You gotta save the world, I guess. These trees are so finger-like. Stretching out. What's this place? Not it. Stentus Tullius. You look important for some reason, but
I feel like a very good
suppose not. Oh, I shouldn't tell her this is the slave I found. Let's not tell her about him.
You need a slave to pose as a highborn lady, sweet Alma.
The sun moves out by their cunning plans. I do have the slave you want. Fleur a pretty Dunmer girl, but first you must get an exquisite shirt, an exquisite skirt, exquisite shoes to dress her. I could I could kill her and take her clothes, but I probably couldn't complete the quest then. Okay.
We are blessed, truly blessed.
I feel like
Necromancer Spellblade, but armor gets in the way. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
my pleasure.
So he plays a monk, or not a monk, but if he plays a rune blade, you don't need to wear armor to be powerful. So you can cast your necromancer spells. And then, yeah, monks get good evasion, right? And they, well, being unarmored, I assume. I want to play a monk sometime in D&D, that'd be fun. How likely it is to get to attack 10 times in one turn. Okay, where are the boats? They don't dare boat. Ah, there we go. Here is the boat. Boat. We sail away, sail away, sail away.
May I help you, Outland?
Okay, now where's the clothier? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's Berwyn. Bill Berwyn. Maybe Berwyn, actually. Berwyn has quite a bit. Quite a bit of junk, if I remember. Oh, you got common shirts. She has Scuttle, though. Scuttle. Cool. Smiths. Um, clothier over there. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Got the, I guess the clothes symbol. How expensive? Stuff's gonna be expensive though. I feel like I have some exquisite clothes, but I don't have an exquisite skirt, I don't think. So wait, what do I need exactly? A whole set? Shirt, skirt, shoes. Oh, they're not that bad actually. Awesome. Do you want something? Yeah, ring of long hands. I don't need that anymore. So we have, yeah, the seizing. It's better. That's actually worse, I think. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty powerful. I remember, I mean, since I'm assuming it's D&D rules, so it's kind of similar to Baldur's Gate, but the haste spell, I used that a lot in Baldur's Gate 3. That was good shit. Extra turns. But death spells, like necromancy spells, are literally death spells that just kill your opponents. Like disintegrate type deal.
Good. These clothes are perfect. Hold on to them. You've given their new bro. You've brought her. But I need a little more time to coach her to play the part of the lady. We'll get a bottle of Telvanni Bugmask perfume. Go, hurry.
I think she sends you to the same location that I just went. But I have some, so.
You'll have the Bugmask escort. No, don't give it to me. You give it to her when you've bought her. Now let me tell you my price. For this superb specimen, skillfully coached to play a part in your little scheme, I'm pleased to accept you the modest sum of 1,200 ticks.
Can I talk? Who am I? I just want to talk to her. What's the name of Falura Lervu? Literal death spells called Finger of Death. Crazy. Is this her? Yeah. Well, she'd be happy to do it. Kind of was wondering if I could like free her or something, but hey, I mean, there. Door's open. Whatever.
Well, since I like you, I'll take 1,100 drinks. Thank you for your custom. Come back soon. Here's the key to our cage.
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Yes, sir. Falura Lervu, Velothis Haven, daughter of Andrano Lervu, Lord of Ted Lervu. Please make your acquaintance. See, Sevilla Main has taught me well. I shall be a highborn Telvanni lady, and no one will know the difference.
I admit I'm a little anxious about marrying Athleta, even a national under chief, but anything is better than being a slave. I'm very tough and smart, determined to make the best of my chances. Oh, Sarah, these clothes, they're divine, such perfume. Only the very rich can afford this. I should do everything I can to please you, my master. Well, okay. I suppose it's good. A little bit of a 2002 moment quest, but that's okay. So how are we gonna walk on water? I guess you can swim. I should take out the boots of blinding speed. They're gonna be way too fast for her. So I gotta go to... Oh, we're going this way. This way.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Get a sip of water here. Wow. I could see this going badly, though. Like, what if the Ashcon figures out that she's not a real Telvanni lady and is just pretending? Because I feel like eventually, if you're married to someone, you're living with them for a long time. You know? Oh, it's fighting. So you're gonna, like, get to know them? I don't know. I feel like eventually it would come out, and that could be a whole issue. So I wish there was an alternate way to do this. It's kind of strong. Like it was a Daedrith monarch. That was why. No, what are you doing? Where are you going? Come here. Come here. Okay. Got a long way to go. Chop, chop. Yeah, I'm thinking I might finish this quest and call it. I'm a little hungry, so I might make some beans. I don't know why I'm feeling like I just have some baked beans. I'll make baked beans and a hot dog. There we go. Get on the sausage game. I bought some Polish sausages, some like actual nice high quality sausages. So get real fancy with it. Make some an awesome sausage dish. Celebration of finishing the game Steven's Sausage Roll. Very cool puzzle game. Top of the hill. Okay, we're getting there. That's too high of a hill for her. Let's go this way. There we go. You can do this one, I think. No, come on. You can do it, please. Where are you going? Come on. Okay, we're going around since. But then we have to fight the ogre.
Hey, wait for me.
You come up here, or is this too hard? Stay close. Gotta watch him like a dog on a leash. Get confused. Okay, okay. Here we go, here we go. This is good. Oh god, but that... Well, maybe not. I thought this maybe was one of those crazy witches. You look normal. Oh, she is a witch. The temple calls my patrons bad Daedra. Perhaps they aren't very nice, but I guess I'm not very nice either. Okay. Yeah, tell me about Daedric summonings, please. I would love to know about it. Okay. She chill, though. Whoa. Dodge them all. There we go.
Hey, wait for me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm walking. I'm walking a dog. You know, like she's like, oh, I gotta sniff the rock, gotta sniff the grass. This spot right here, very important. It was just dog sitting, and that's what the dogs are doing.
Hey, wait for me.
I'm very happy
What's up,
to make
Stack?
your
Rib?
acquaintance.
We made it, yeah. At long last, we've done it. Yes, 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 we're here safely. And this fine man, he's to be my bridegroom. He's very distinguished looking, isn't he? A bit severe, perhaps, with lines on his face there show that he likes to smile. Oh, Sarah, I think I'll be very happy. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Good to hear. This is my new bride. I'm very pleased with our gift, Lucia, though she is not so generous in the hips as I would like. I promise to make her a happy bride and do her honor as a high-born lady. As I've said, I will now name you Zainab Nervrine, war leader of the Zainab, the protector of the people. I must also give you the Zainab Thon, an ancient heirloom of the tribe, which will be assigned to all Dunmer and Zainab, named Nervrine. Yes, dead, you told me. My hearing is quite good, and my memory.
How wonderful.
Heck
Welcome,
yeah.
Outlander.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm very pleased with Ashkan Kaushad. He is good-looking, clever, and rich, though a bit full of himself, like all men. Thank you for being my matchmaker and benefactor. Cool.
I'm very.
Well, hey, that was major progress. Oh my gosh, the lore at the beginning was so interesting. Learning that the reason that the Dunmer have
warm
dark
welcome
skin
to
and
you.
red eyes is because they were cursed by the Azura for Sorry, I'm gonna get unstuck from the wall. For turning to new gods. Because the tribunal successfully used Kagranak's tools to become immortal gods, the old gods cursed their entire race, turned them from Chimer to Dunmer. Well, yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of closing in here, because next, all that's left really is the Telvanni, which that might be challenging, considering how crazy they all are. That might be hard to get their favor. And the Amusik tribe, who I feel like they'll just name me Nervarin, because I've already, like, saved them. Yeah, and then I guess maybe I'm just guessing the next part of the quest could be to retrieve the other tools from Dagothar's assistants. But at a certain point, I will talk to Dagother himself. Maybe before I do that. Maybe after I've been named Hortitor. But before I retrieve the tools. And there might be more between that, I don't know. That's just my guess. And then, at a certain point, I do want to take a tour of the mainland. I don't know if I'm going to do that before or after I finish the game, though. We'll see. Exciting stuff, though. So it's all coming together. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. It was kind of a, wasn't that short. I got 3 hours. Wow, not that short, but shorter than some of the streams I've done. So, and I'll probably do some more long streams. Oh, thanks for the follow, Derek. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm kind of busy the next couple of days, but I think next week it's pretty chill. So we'll have some time. Good night to you as well. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some food and go to bed. I'm tired. Yeah, I'll see everyone next time.